Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy, and today we are continuing to build our camp party, aka birthday party, by Cute Room. I don't even have an honest clue on what number we're on. It'll be in the title. I am racking up a few videos to so when I finish this build, I can take a few days off before my next build, but I won't miss any days of upload. So I'm a few ahead. So anyways, last time we finished up our pillows and our little books, and we staged our bay window. So we put in our little decorative display stands and our little reading nook here, which I think is so cute. And like I said, when I was a kid, if I wasn't having to watch younger kids and I was at a birthday party, this is where I would have been. Curled up in the corner with a book. So loving this space. So we're gonna jump in and we're gonna start doing a few more of the small bits, the little things we're gonna build. So let's do some decorations. So we're gonna build a little box. It says scratch slightly on the broken line of the paper with knife and easy to fold. Notice that do not to cut off. I'm thinking, anyways, this method is applicable to all paper that needs to be folded. Now, yes, you can do this. This is just the glossy print paper, so I have a problem just scratching and not cutting through, so I'm going to bend mine on those dotted lines with my handy dandy ruler instead of scratching them. But if you can scratch through them, feel free. I've done it on the transparent paper, that transparent, like plasticky, that's a little bit thicker, and that works very well. But for paper, that and me just don't quite mix. So anyways, we're gonna cut out A1-23, 24, 25, and 26. Let's see where those are as I throw everything across my desk. A1-23, 24, 25 is two of them, and 26. Loving these tiny little bitty lines. Not really, guys. They're driving me bonkers. That blade just does not want to stay. We're in some close quarters. You know what? 22's next. This box is next, so I'm just going to cut off this whole. Okay, and then after that is these two. So I'm literally just going to cut these all apart and then proceed to cut them all out. So you know the drill. If you don't want to watch me cut paper, I totally understand. It's the boring bits, but it's the important bits. So absolutely feel free to fast forward, come back when I'm assembling, or watch at a faster speed if you want. Won't hurt my feelings. Okay, so while we're cutting, I'm just gonna cut all 5, 6, 7, 8 of these out. Yep. And as always, please cut however you feel comfortable cutting, whether that be with scissors or with a blade, but with a ruler. Am I in screen? Barely, huh? Let me scoot up a little bit for those of you that may continue to watch. I don't know, but I didn't cut those edges, did I? Huh. I did. So I'm going to do these assembly style. I'm going to cut all of them, and I'm going to bend all of them, and then we'll take one section at a time, one item at a time, and build it. Be careful on these little ends. They kind of, if you're brand new to cutting boxes, these little ones do kind of look straight. And I don't mean the sides, I mean on the ends of here. But they're actually slightly bent, or slightly at an angle. And if you cut them straight, it'll be harder to fold them in and not have them peeking out on the sides. I'm having trouble remembering what sides I've cut already. It's early, sorry. Just have some errands to run this afternoon. So I wanted to get a build-in before I got too busy. And my dad's going back to California, back to work tomorrow. So I want him to help me. I bought this little table size, it's a table size table saw. That's why I was having trouble. I'm like, wait, table what? It's a table sized table saw. And when I was making the little display case that was broke in my kit the other day, I wanted to use it because I've had it for months now and I haven't even assembled it. So I tried to assemble it and I could not disengage the little space where the blade is supposed to go. It's engaged with the motor and it says just use your finger and your thumb to loosen. And it's into such a tight spot. So I'm gonna have Dad help me today assemble that so I can try it out, just because I am so curious. Really, I just want to see what kind of a mess I can make. I want to see how messy. Is it small enough that I can get away with using it in the office and just cleaning up a little pile of sawdust? Or is it something I'm gonna have to use out in the garage? So because that way when I get my new little cutting machine, my little brother scan and cut, I can make sure I have the right size pieces of wood that will fit in it. In case I buy bigger ones, I can cut them down. I do like the fact that they give us some different options of the way to build. Like these are the same. This is fairly similar. Actually that's the same as those. This one is a different style though. So I do like when they give us a little bit of variety. Although, you know, there's not a ton, because how many different ways can you build a box out of paper? Only so many. But I do like when they give us that little bit of variety, instead of just kind of taking the easy way and just building them all exactly the same. Which, I mean, that's not a bad thing. Okay, this has a little decorative flap, so I'm going to do it. It's got the rounded boop boop boop, so I'm going to do like I do. I'm just going to cut along the tops of all of them, and then I'll go in after I've cut it all out and cut out those little inserts. I had trouble sleeping last night. I thought it was just me. I thought maybe I was getting sick again. I was just hot all night. My mom stopped by. She went to get coffee this morning. Just, were you warm last night? I was like, oh my gosh, so bad. I couldn't sleep. I kept waking up. She's like, I think Dad must have bumped the thermostat. So their thermostat is right next to their light switch. And they've done it, each of them have done it a time or two. I was like, okay, that sounds much better than I'm getting sick again. But I was up, it's only 7 a.m. I figured, get this day a-rolling. Or no, it's 8 a.m. I got up at 6:30. Getting there, guys. Because after this, we have those little bitty lines, and yeah, I put them off till last. Whoop, oh. Thank goodness I caught that. I was way in the line. I blinked, I swear, I blinked right as I put my blade down, and I obviously moved my hand. I like it when it comes out solid. Okay, we do have 3 more pieces before I get this. We have A1-54-1, -2, and -3. Those are all on the cardboard. A1-54-1, -2, and -3. It's another picture frame. So I'm going to try again because this is just thicker and it's on the cardboard. And it's just a bit harder for my hands to cut with the blade. And it's not impossible, it's just I have arthritis. My hands were very, very sore last night. So I didn't want to kind of overdo them this morning. Yep, missing on the corners. Come on, cut on the line. Da, 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 da. Part of the reasons I have trouble with the scissors is the shadow it casts. Cast it right into my line. And I have an overhead ring light. I don't know why it does that. I thought that should prevent it, but now we do have to cut the center out of that, which I will use my blade on that bit because there's, yeah, I cannot do that with scissors. I know some of y'all can. Some of y'all are just amazing with scissors. I've watched some like paper crafters. Oh my gosh, the things they can do with these little scissors just amaze me. And I'm like, yeah, no, never. I could never do some of that stuff. Okay. Let's go and cut this center out. Cut it out on the line though. Come on. I got paper all over the place here. I bobbled up on bits of this one. I need to fix it. Sorry, my chair is extra squeaky today. So strange, I swear it knows when I'm going to go to grease it because it stops squeaking for like 2 or 3 days. And then by the time I give up, it starts again. Okay. So since we have this out, we're going to go and do our little frame first. I just used Aleene's Original Tacky Glue that I have in a squeeze bottle with precision tip because I'm messy. And I'm just going to put this around the edge of the frame on the back. And I cleaned you out before I started. What are you doing? No, 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 no. I forgot to put the lid on last time. I thought I got it cleaned out, but I guess I didn't. Hence, I keep a little, just a little sewing needle here handy. You grab a tissue or a wet wipe. Sorry, guys. Now oh, come on, chair. Okay, there we go. And this goes just right over top of that picture, right on the gray outline. Just kind of gives a little bit of a 3D effect. Not much, I'll admit. I personally, it's a little bit of a waste of time, but you know, we'll do it. Now, is this piece going to be nicer to me than the last one? This last time, this was such a pain. Where did my handy dandy ruler go? Seriously, I just had it. I know it's clear. I keep losing it on this glass desktop. Oh, there it is. Even on the mat. Okay, so I am going to give it a bend on these lines. There's 1, 2, and 3. So now I'm just going to make these into a triangle with the gray piece going flat onto the longest piece. And that dark gray piece is where we're going to put our glue. See, a little triangle. That one went much better. If you watched, what was it, second or third video? I don't remember. When we did this little one, oh my goodness, that thing. I don't know what the issue was, but it was bad. So it's kind of making a triangle. It's flat, flat, and then diagonal. And our picture is going to go on that diagonal side. So once we get that to hold down, I'm going to put glue on that diagonal side. Now I do like to have it on the ground, just so my picture is also flat on the ground. Whoop. Oh, and it didn't hold together. Come on. Oh, what are you doing? This is what I'm talking about. This, ugh. I don't know why. So we're gonna give that a second. We still have to cut out. See how much I'm putting that off? I hate cutting those tiny, tiny, tiny ones out. You don't have to use tweezers on these. I just like to. It gives it a bit of a tighter squeeze than my fingers could in that little space. Now are you gonna hold? Okay, I think so. Now reapply our glue because I wiped it all off with my fingers. And then I like to stand it up. And then I can make sure it's straight and in the center. And we'll test it again. Yep, okay. Now I'm gonna let that sit up there and sit. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna count out the little itty bitty ones. The reason I just have trouble with these is the key to cutting with a blade is holding two things. Holding your blade straight. If you're bent in, it's going to cut into your line. If it's bent out, it's going to go off and not cut close enough. But two is keeping pressure on the paper as you go. And when they're this small, it's very hard to hold that paper down and A, not get your fingers in the way, and B, see what you're still doing. It's especially now we're gonna yeah, it can be a little bit challenging, but we're gonna do our best here. I think I'm just a little wide on that side right there. Okay, there's one. There's two. Oh, I didn't get on that one. Third and final one. Yeah, I lost track of that one for a little bit. Let's see. It's a little skinny in the middle, but it's not too bad. Okay. Now that that's done, lost my ruler yet again. I need to get, oh. Well, if I don't put it back where it belongs, then I will always lose it. Okay, so now we're gonna bend up all these boxes. So I just like to use a handy dandy ruler, give them a nice bend. I just call this a soft bend because you can still change where you're gonna bend it at this point. Like it creases it a little bit, but not extreme. I missed that little. I missed both of them. Wow, I missed that one too. What was I doing? I mean, they're cut. They're just not like the corners weren't cut, so they didn't fall out. Better. I don't remember which side I bent. These lines are kind of hard to see because of the coloring. It's like a reddish line, and this has so much pink on it. But if you've done even a few of these boxes, you know where to bend. Okay. These ones are much easier to see. Also, they're bigger. So you've got the center and the two sides. Those all line up on each side. I just put my dotted line here and my dotted line here, and then bend it over. And then flat and flat. I did notice a little edge there. Oh, come off. Thank you. Nope. There we go. Let's do this one because I have to trim up the lid of that other one. Okay, now this one has all these little bumps in them, and me trying to go whoop 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 usually doesn't work. So, and yes, mine do come out a little bit more slightly pointed. These ones aren't too bad. Okay, I'm curving them. What did I do on something else that we did? I don't remember what. Oh, the edging for that. Those are quite pointed instead of rounded. But it's a look. And there was a lot more of them, so. Okay. on this one, I do believe we want the flap too. Okay, let's build, shall we? All right, so we're gonna start with this little pink one. Yellow, what? All right, okay, so when I used the ruler, I called it a soft bend. Now when we actually fold them over where they're, you know, give them all the way over, I call that a hard bend. And I'd rather hard bend them now than try to do that when I have glue on them. Okay, so we're just going to tuck in those little tabs and then put them on the inside of each side. So I'll put glue here. And again, you don't have to use tweezers. I just like to give it a good squish. It also helps me to see if those edges are even, and then if they're not, like that one was slightly off, but when I lined it up, then I squeezed with the tweezers and they went right in. Just make sure they go inside. Okay, so our little box. Now we're going to do the lid, and it is same thing. We are doing a whole bunch of rinse and repeat right now. See, if I tried to fold those little bitty tabs straight without that soft fold in them, I'd never get them straight. I've tried. I don't get them straight. Okay, so just a dab of glue on those. Oh, that wasn't even close to on anything. Try again. Dab of glue on the tab, fold it under, and then fold that side down. And just work your way around the box. Oh, why aren't you? Don't pull apart. Literally just trying to get this tab inside. da 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 da. It would help if I held the right side with the tab. All right, so now this, I'm gonna just make sure it fits real quick before, and yes, I'm gluing this on. Learn from my last build, glue on your lids. Really? Usually I put the glue on the top, but it's gonna just hit on, I know where it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit on those inside edges. This one corner is gonna give me trouble. No, there we go. Okay, lid is on. So now, these green strips. Oh, pay attention to the directions. Messy green strip should have went on the lid before I put the lid on. So they're just going to go on the lid, side, across, and side. So I'm going to put my glue in about 2/3 of the green strip. I'll put it on one side and the top. Trying to make sure it's straight. I've got the tiniest bit of hangover, and I think that's why they wanted you to put it on the lid first. So I put it down and then haha, got you. Okay, now we're going to take the other short green strip and go the opposite way. So I'm going to do the same thing. Glue about 2/3. And honestly, I would do it the same way if I had actually put it on before, on the lid before I put the lid on. I want you in the middle. Same exact thing. Okay, so now we have the ribbon, right? Which is what it's supposed to look like across our lid. Mostly even. Now, our longer strip, Okay. So we're going to turn it upside down. We're going to just put a dab of glue on one end. And then we're going to roll it to the center. Well, where is the center, Missy? That would have been a useful thing to know. About there-ish. Or not. I'm just going to roll this one over to meet right on top of the other one, if I can. It's a good idea. It's better than a lot of ribbons I've tried to make in the past. It is kind of how I do my ribbons with my bows. These are bows. It is exactly how I do my bows with ribbons, because I cannot tie a bow to save my life. But it's just, it is so tiny. I'm just kind of trying to open those up a bit without pulling them off of the center. I think I'm a little crooked. Okay, there we go. And then just gonna put a dab of glue on the bottom of each little bow. And then we're gonna put that in the center. No. Guys, I gotta admit, it turned out better than I thought. So, from the top, but you know, you get the idea. It's a bow there, okay? We have one box done. Okay, these ones will go a bit quicker because they're not as small, which does give us a little bit more working room. See, even with it pretty soft bend, I can't get them straight. If you've never worked with Aleene's tacky glue, if I would just put my lid on, it wouldn't do this, but I'm not putting the lid on and off every time I use the glue. I use it too much, especially when I'm doing something like this where I'm constantly, you know, putting stuff together. Because when it hits the air, it gets tacky, and that's what it's doing. It's getting tacky in the tip of that tube. But I know this, and I either continuously clean it like I do, or put the lid on each time, and I'll just continuously clean it because I'm not putting that lid on every dang time. No way. notice when I go to do the last side, I do put glue on both, but I still only work with one first. I just don't want to have to try to get my nozzle down in there. See, it's not really sticking together yet. So it gives me time to get this one stuck and then come over here and get this one stuck. But I don't really want to try to get my glue nozzle down in there. I mean, it's possible. I've done it. I've just found this way works a little bit easier for me. Okay, there's that one. This one goes with it. With all the best, we're here for you. That's what it says. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Where are we at? We're almost done now. I'm gonna finish up these 2 boxes. I do have a party hat, but I don't think we're gonna get to it. We have a couple other small things to build. So I think we'll finish up these for sure. Be easier. This one was different, slightly. Yes, I go around all day picking glue off of my fingers. Anybody that knows me in person knows on days that I've done a build, because they're like, oh, you building today? Yep, usually it's when I've got super glue and I'm scraping the super glue off my fingers. Okay, that somehow goes with that. It's got a strawberry on it too, but it doesn't show us putting them together. I don't know. We'll know more when we get to like where we're placing them. This was on a different. Where is this one at? Oh yeah, see, those are not getting put together. They're 2 separate boxes. Oh, this is the little baggie. I gotcha. I still don't. When was I supposed to make it? Did I miss it? No. Those are the strawberries. Those are the books. That's the pink one. Where is this thing? Okay, I'm confused now. 4 books, 3 big, 1 little there. Pink one, we just made there. hat we haven't done yet. Picture frame we just made. That's our flower and our bottle, and our other picture frame that we've made. That's the 5. We haven't made that yet, and we haven't made that yet. So no, where is this thing at? It's a little baggy. Sorry, I'm just confused. I'm what did I miss, and when did I miss it? I know how to make it. That's not the point. Now I'm curious. That's the cake. That's the little cakes. That's the strawberry cheesecake. That's the lollipops. There's all 5 of those on the table. That's display 1, the flowers, the profuse or perfume bottle, the little 4 postcards, display 2, photo album, our 5 books, our 2 pillows. It's not in the bay window. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. It's right. I was just, each one so far had been one item. I was just looking at the end item, which is the hat. It's in front of that. Sorry, but where does it go? Because now I am confused still. Oh, it goes behind the pink. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I think sometimes I just do stuff to confuse myself on purpose. I don't know why. I get rattled. It just, I get, oh, yeah, we were supposed to bend that. Sorry, I just rattle myself. Instead of just being calm, I'm going like, it's fine. I'll find it at the end. No, I've got to like, I gotta find it now. I gotta figure it out. I gotta say, I've done bags like this with the flap. They're so much easier than the ones where, see, we're still gonna have to bend these in. I knew that. But the ones where you bend in and then fold the whole bag over, a little bit more difficult. The bend part is still not terribly easy, but we'll get it. I'm hoping my phone doesn't pick up my parents there. And they're discussing how the thermometer got turned up, and no, what me. Okay, we got one side. Same thing. Once you slide it in, it kind of pops out, so you can work on one side at a time. I mean, hey, if you can get both sides going, that's great. I do better with when I do both sides when, like it's on wood or something that's automatically lined up, not something I have to line up. That didn't grasp. Dang it. This is in my way. Okay, so obviously you can't just bend that over, right? Because it's supposed to go over the front. So we have these dotted lines on the side. It's like a triangle with a line up. So we're supposed to fold in, and fold those. Now, let me think. It's been a minute since I've done. If you just kind of, yeah, that's it. Use my tweezers in the center there. It will just kind of naturally want to bend at that kind of triangular or Y section. And then just put a dollop of glue on the top. I don't glue mine all the way down. I think it looks more natural. Plus, it's not supposed to be glued all the way down because it's not supposed to be closed all the way down. I just noticed that if I just try to kind of have it fold on its own, it will kind of sometimes try to cave, like just cave in, not in the middle. So that's why the edge, I like the longer tweezers, and the edge can help it bend in the right spot. Oh, that side popped open too. Just give those a second. It's like a little girl sitting on a couch chair. All right, and then we're just gonna glue kind of the center. And that will also help the sides stay tight. Their top does not cover the words, but mine does. Theirs isn't. I don't think they close theirs like all the way. So maybe you want to leave it open, and then that would go down over less, but I'll just turn mine that way. You want to see my first attempts at bags. Oh my gosh, they were a disaster. They were like completely caved in and everything. Okay, so. Yeah, I knew it wasn't a ton we would get done, but it's a lot of cutting and a lot of gluing, a lot of holding. So we have those two little boxes, and then we have our little, I'm actually really, really liking that one, our little pink one with the green bow. We have our little bag, and then we have our little picture frame that we've done. My wifey's almost dried out. So there we go, guys. Next time, what are we doing? We're gonna skip over. Oh no, we have to do some strings of beads. We're gonna go ahead and I decided to skip the wood for right now, because then we have to do a balloon and a picture and the frame and the car and the balloons. So depending on how fast we get these, that's probably, with all that bending, it's probably going to be 2 more videos. Those look like they're going to take a bit of time. That's going to take a little time. So, and then we'll jump back and do our wooden boxes. And then we will have one more light, and then we'll load in and wire. So I'd say minimum of 3, but probably 4-ish videos, I think. So yeah, I think that probably sounds, I'm not going to promise. It might be 5, it might be, you know, I don't know, but I'm just going to say I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess at this point, maybe about 4 more. So thank you guys so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I honestly, truly do. You make this so much fun for me. and I hope to see you on the next build. Bye.